Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today I'm going to be telling you or showing you how you could test an emissions vapor purge solenoid. I just made a quick video on how to test the vapor vent solenoid, and it's going to be very similar to that if you saw that one. But this is going to be the vapor purge solenoid. This is going to be a 9-volt test. You could do a vacuum test on it, but that's kind of hard in this situation, especially on this Chevy one. I've tested some on a Hyundai and they sealed up, but this Chevy, it doesn't hold vacuum, or this purge solenoid off the Chevy doesn't hold vacuum 100%. So I went and bought another one, and the brand new one does the same thing. So the Chevy 5.3 that this one came off of, maybe it's a 4.8, but they're both the same, doesn't hold vacuum completely. So be careful when you're testing these ones. You can find a way to check the ohms of resistance on the connectors in here. But in this video, I'm going to show you a clicking test. If you don't get any clicking, you know the solenoid is bad. And really easy, if you have a little 9-volt harness, you could attach a battery to it. Just attach a battery to your harness, your power and ground, touch your solenoid. If you get clicking, you know you're good. But I'm going to show you what I did to test any solenoid for the clicking method, I should say. On the vent solenoid, it was a little bit easier to test because it seals up when you apply power, but with the purge right here, when you apply power, it just opens it up completely and allows it to flow through, or vacuum or emissions to flow through. I made this little gizmo setup using a momentary switch, the 9-volt harness, 2 small speaker wire connectors, and I'll show you how I test solenoids. I test the vent solenoids, the purge solenoids, the solenoids out of the 4L60E, the 1, 2, and 2, 3 shift solenoids, A and B. You could do the clicking test real easy with this setup as well. So making this, the momentary switch, harness, speaker wire connectors. Let's hook up the 9-volt battery first. And I'm going to make a few of these. I'm going to sell them off my website, so I save the money off of eBay and stuff. So on my website, I'll make a few of these harnesses and you could buy them. It saves me a ton of time having these around, so it'll probably save you some time too. So inside there, it doesn't matter which prong you get it on. Let's see. It's going to be the best way to show you. One on one side. Need some more slack. It's kind of hard to touch the wires in there when they're bare. That's why I like these little protectors I put on this. So if they touch each other, it doesn't really matter, even though there's no voltage going through it until I press the button. So I just don't like them being able to touch. So I put a little protector on those, you can see. But now all we're going to listen for when we push the button, that's going to apply 9 volts. You want to hear for a click, or listen for a click. Pretty faint, but this one's working. On this solenoid in particular, it doesn't completely hold vacuum or pressure when you suck or blow on this. So what I did is suck or blow, and then you might feel a little, or taste a little fuel vapors, which I did right there. So be careful with that. So I'm going to blow in it and push the button, see what happens. So you can see, it's really hard to blow through the solenoid when there's no power applied. I would think it would seal, but a brand new one does the same exact thing. So on this vehicle, it's kind of iffy. Clicking test works. I know that it's functional because when I push the button, it allows more air to flow through. And I know it's functional because it does the same as the brand new one. But this is a way that you could test the vapor purge solenoid using a 9-volt battery. It's a real simple, easy test. Make sure you look for a link in the description below to buy the parts needed to make something like this, or to buy the harness yourself, or the harness itself I should say. Like, subscribe, and share, Ask questions in the comment section below. Check out my video library. I have like 500-600 videos covering a ton of different subjects on vehicles, a lot of emissions locations to give you a starting point on your DIY repairs. Ask questions, tell everybody about me. I'll see you on the next hopefully helpful video. Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies.